Yeah, I'm just taking the back off. This is coming off really easily. It's been cut down for quite a while. So yeah, so at least I'm making a start now. Probably should be wearing a mask. I will put one on in a minute. So this is my beer tap handle. So the wood that I'm using here is it's called an Australian bottle brush. So it's a red, comes out in a red, like a bottle brush. And I've had a wee look online, and it should come out quite nice after some oiling. So I had these bits sticking around, and I thought, you know, I might make a beer tap handle, a nice beer tap handle. I've got a few different types of wood here. I thought that's another one that probably look quite gnarly. But I've got a few different bits of wood, and Jared at the home brew shop was kind enough to give me an insert, which I've put in the toolbox, which is shut, which has got the camera on top. So there we go. So I'm just taking that bark off right down to the wood, if you know what I mean. It'd be easy to keep some bark on. Just give it a bit of a look there. You can see. Right, so I'm taking that bark off. A bit more to take off there. It's coming off nicely, and then I'll hit it with the sandpaper, probably the electric sander. Got one of those little triangle multi-tool things, which is really good, so I'll get into that with that. Tidy up the ends. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, it should come out good. It's a trial. We'll see what happens. So cheers.
For Australian players and indeed for Australian fans. Look at it, mate.
All right. So you've got got the linseed oil and the turpentine, and it's 2 linseed oils to 1 turpentine. So I'm just going to make a small amount on here because I just want to give it the 1 coat. So 2 of these. 1, 2, and 1 linseed oil.
It's going to be a very, very exciting series. Australia are usually favourites, particularly down this end of the world. But
that's a different size cap.
Right,
right, so I'll put 2 of these, I think.
Well, if you look at, you know, who Australia has got on show, then you'd probably have to say yes, they are.
That'll be about, I was off 1.5. Should be 2 linseed oils and 1 of these, so bit of the old guesstimate going on. You see sucking in all that. Right, give it a bit of a around.
The batters and the bowlers, you know, we're talking about their 2 fast bowlers and Broad, arguably
a good mix up.
The 2 most successful bowlers in Test match history in terms of a pair running in the bowl, over 1,100 tests between them. So
here it is.
Yep. For the Australian top order, if they get the ball to swing like they do back home. Those 2 have been around forever, haven't they, or seemingly so. As fast bowlers, I mean, we all know the toll it takes on bodies. What's been the secret of the longevity of Broad and Anderson? Well, look, I think, you know, when you chat to Broady, I was lucky enough to interview him a couple of weeks ago, and asked him about how his body's feeling. He's coming off a calf injury.
Alright, so this is quite a light wood.
He's been pretty good, same as Jimmy Anderson. I mean, if you look at Jimmy Anderson back in mid-2000s.
So here we go. I'll just let it sink in. Give it a few coats today, and then I'll wipe the excess off. Alright, so
you would have said back then, there's no chance this guy's going to play for 5 years.
Quite nice that wood there.
He's proved everyone wrong. He's gone on to have a very, very successful career.
So yeah, I'm happy with the handle, and I'm enjoying it. So that's really good. So I'll just let that sit for a bit, let it sink in. Going well.
You know, when you've got the skills and the actual tools to swing
quite fun.
Both ways, that's a blessing.
I can see I could make some really cool handles with some, maybe I could go for a bit of a walk with my wife along the beach, collect some small pieces of driftwood, I've got some over there but just a little bit thin, find some knotted tangled driftwood or something like that, that would make some really good handles. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll get back to you when, maybe tomorrow when I'll give it another few coats. We'll see how it's coming along, so cheers.
Had to endure about 4 years ago.
Come up very, very nice. Started off as I showed you before, something like this. So as I said before, I'll just say that the first, say, 3 or 4 coats were 2 to 1 of turpentine and raw linseed oil, and then probably the next 4 coats were just straight linseed oil. It's come up beautiful. I'm going to make a few more of these. It's easy to do. I will say that I had, you know me, a bit of a reaction to the sawdust of this wattle wood, and I know that apparently the seeds and the leaves, I don't know too much about the flowers or the wood, but the seeds and the leaves are poisonous to livestock, not dogs, so that's good. But I did have a I had another fatigue flare up, and I could, the whole time, 4 days I was down, and you know, I'd come out here and feed the dogs, and then I'd put a bit more oil on it, and then I'd go back to bed, and I finally sort of a wee bit better. But I had some kind of reaction. I don't think it's with the linseed oil. I think it might be the wood itself. So next time, you know, I'd be wise to wear it. I might invest in a proper mask for this sort of thing, because I really enjoy doing it. It wasn't a biggie. So now what I'm going to do is, I was Jared from Your Shout at in Linwood here in Christchurch, where I get my home brew supplies. I was in seeing him the other week getting some kits, and I said, gee, that's a nice tap handle you've got on your, and he's got a little brewery setup thing there, and he had a tap handle, was clear, and I think he had different grains in it. It looked really, really good. I said, gee, that's good. He goes, yeah, you can do blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, and I started talking to him about I wouldn't mind. He said, yeah, take this. So he just gave it to me. He's good like that. The things I've walked out of that shop with, I tell you what, really good. So here it is. Did a wee bit of research online. It's a fairly big screwdriver that you've got to fit into that. I don't have one that big, but I thought about it for a bit, and I'm going to use this chisel. You see it's a bit rusty here, obviously doesn't get used very much. And I'm going to attempt to put it in with that. There is a guy that did a video, and what he's done is he's put a bolt into there, and he's put 2 lock nuts, and he's put it on the end of his drill. He's just very slowly put it in. That seems to work really well, but I want to do this today, and I don't have a bolt. So anyway, I've got some drills. I'm going to start off small. It's such a good thing to do, and it was very easy. I don't know, I just quite like working with wood. Now what I've used here is, I'm going to use the centre ring of the, I had a look to see if it, when I put it on there, how centre it would be, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm going to use the centre ring on the, of the wood for my starting point. So I'll just put that right on there. Don't have to go in too deep. Let's have a look what we got. It's pretty. Oh, and this is a hardwood too. This sort of wood is a hardwood. See, I can smell that wood already. I probably should wear it. Yep, that's perfecto. But anyway, I'll carry on as you do. So that's that hole there. It's just like a pilot hole. Just to get started. I don't want it to crack, split. Like, I really don't want it to do that. And I've got to try and get the screw straight. So I'll go up a size here. I'll go up a size. I don't think I'm going to fit. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit my big drill in there. It's a bugger. That is interesting, isn't it? Well, that'll go. The bigger one. This is the bigger one that I've got to go. That's the one. Gotta get it straight. I've been on an angle there. I just straightened it up. It's a very sweet smell. Did that crack then? No. So what happened there? It sort of went down, didn't it? It sort of hit a pocket. It stinks. Now. Yep, that'll be okay. So this one has, this is the one I have to, to go, hang on, get my breath back here. It's not going to fit. Fitting it. However, okay, come up with a plan. This is the right. So a bit of oil on there, bit of oil in there. If it splits, it splits. I can really feel that biting in. Try and get it straight as I can. I might have to come up with some way of making it go down straight. I know there's drill presses and things like that. I don't have one. I think you can buy a drill press that you just attach your your portable drill to. Concentrate thin, concentrate. Now that's going in by itself now, I don't have to push too hard. Look at that. Oh no, I have to push a bit. away, not far away. Right. Alright. Here's the bit. I'm going to put a bit of... Right, so I ran out of battery before on my phone, on my camera, and you can see here the wood's so hard that even though that drill piece that I had that I was screwing in was the right size, you can see that it's actually was just stripping the thread off. See? It was just stripping the thread off. So I realised that and stopped, and I got my drill bit. I just did this. Just to try and widen the hole up a little bit. Right, so let's try again. Very, very hard wood. Seems to be going in a bit easier. I might better. I do have this drill. It's not much bigger. Right. And it's still stripping. And look at that, it's still stripping. See it? It's still just stripping that brass, because I guess the brass is really soft. But it's just stripping it back. But you know what? I'm wondering if it's going to matter. If I get it in and it strips it off, it's going to be tight as the, you know, it's going to be tight. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. We live and we learn. It's going in nicely. It's not tight. You can see I've got the small chisel again. And it's going in quite straight. I can get it. Yeah, it's just peeling it off. Just peeling. What are you going to do? I think I'm learning as I go here. Oh, geez, that's coming off. That wood is so hard, eh? Australian bottle brush wood. Right. What's going in? What I did was I actually took a lot of the I took the threads off, and it was very tight, and I just very gently tapped it in, and I've got it to the point where it's like that. And I think I could. What I could do is take it out again and drill it again to take it in a bit closer, but I'm thinking that I'm going to saw that off, and that will mean that I won't be able to take it out probably, but it doesn't matter because it's a tap handle and it's going to need a thread. Yeah, so it's been an experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hacksaw, and I'm going to saw that off. Yeah. Saw that off, and then it will be flush. Just to show you how hard that wood is, and it took that, just really took that that thread off. Alright, so I've taken the black tap handle off, and here it is. Probably needs a bit of a tidy up, a bit of sandpaper, but yeah, really happy. So let's have a look what we got here. Let's just get this on here. Now I can swivel it inside. If I really grab it and twist it, I can get it. So that's why I've got it with that part at the top nicely centered. Yeah, very happy. I don't get out much. So so that's the tap handle. Fabulous.